people, we can, have conversations, we can actually do work that we normally had to do at our offices. And with all of this access, then it's no surprise that people are literally working themselves into bad health and sometimes even to the point of death. And I think about all the time, just people that I've known who worked at my place of employment, that they work and then they retire and 6 months later they're dead. And it's one thing when it happens once, but when you see that trend and that pattern happening over and over and over again, it really makes you wonder about, how the effect that all of this work that we do has on our health. And I know we don't talk about that a lot, but I've known a lot of people who had very stressful jobs and they end up, with high blood pressure and all kinds of other illnesses that sometimes it caused them to have to quit the job and just, go out on disability or something so they can get themselves together because they work so much. And we all, this whole idea about workaholism has been around for a long time. But I want to discuss for you today, not to keep dwelling on the issue because we know what the issue is. We can see the effects of it. You might be one who's experiencing some of these things. What I want to talk about today instead, though, is how can we negotiate a better balance between our work life and our personal lives so that we can enjoy both of them better and get more enjoyment from them and fulfillment from them. So if you are ready to hear some solutions that you can apply, type solutions in the comment box so I can know that you're ready. I have 7 tips for you, and they're not necessarily anything that's rocket science or anything, but if you're in this work mode, it's probably stuff that you're not thinking about. And I'm going to bring them up so that you can become aware of them again and try to utilize some of them so that you can help to create some balance in your work and your personal life. So let's get started. Tip number 1 is to slow down and prioritize. And you might be thinking, what in the world? But when you're feeling overwhelmed because you have so many things to do, so many things going on at home, things going on at work, what I found that works for me, the best thing that I can do when I get to that situation is to just slow myself down and regroup. Because otherwise I end up just wasting time. I'm not being productive. I'm not getting anything done. It amounts to wasting time. So forcing yourself to keep going and keep trying to do things and to keep trying to produce results is probably not the best answer. If you're already stressed out and overwhelmed and you can't keep up with the pace of whatever is going on. And you might be thinking, oh, if I slow down, I'm going to get further and further behind. Well, you're probably not doing too good of a job keeping up as it is because you're probably making a lot of errors. You're probably having to go back and redo things that you've done before. And so slowing down gives you the opportunity to take a breather, put a little bit of space between you and all the things that are going on so that you can go back and regroup, prioritize, so you can focus on the things that matter most and start from there. You get a fresh place to start. And it'll give you a new breath of air so that you can figure out, how to get everything done one thing at a time. Because that's, a lot of us like to try to multitask, and I've been guilty of it before where I would try to do 3 different things at one time. And what I've learned is that does not work. If I'm not putting all of my effort and attention on one thing at a time, I'm doing 3 things poorly. And that's just the bottom line. And I think that's true for all of us, whether we really recognize that or not. The second thing is to tackle the tedious things first. Oh gosh. Some people like really detailed things and, they can really just get lost in them. I don't. And this is something that I have to work on. So when I have tasks that I need to do, and if it's something that I don't really enjoy, my tendency is to want to put it off and to do the things that I like to do first. And then, you kind of dredge through the other stuff that you have to get done. But actually getting the things done first that you don't like when you're fresh and you're energized will help you to get through them quicker. And then it'll free you up so you can do more of the things that you actually enjoy. And plus you'll feel super accomplished when you're finished because, you got that thing out of the way and you don't have to think about it anymore. Another tip number 3, is to utilize your resources. And when I'm talking about resources, I'm not necessarily just talking about, tools and papers and pencils and that kind of thing. I'm talking about people also. And that could be people that you have at home, people, co-workers, colleagues at work that can take some of these things that are impossible for you to be able to do alone and bring in an extra set of hands to take some of the responsibilities off of your plate. And when you delegate these tasks to others who can help you, then you get the relief that you need, and they'll get to feel a sense of accomplishment because they are contributing and helping out. And try this at home with your kids. When you have all this stuff that needs to be done, delegate some of those responsibilities to them and let them help you to get some things done. And my daughter's looking over my computer at me, and I'm talking to you. Anyway, another tip is to stop creating extra work. Now, our human brain, it's just a natural tendency for us to keep thinking and thinking and thinking of things, which a lot of the times it's a lot of extra stuff for us to do. Now, when you're combining that, when your plate is already full and your brain keeps working and thinking of more and more things that you need to do or can do or ought to do or should do, then that's not really helping the problem much, is it? So instead of taking on every little thing that your brain can think of, or anything or idea that people present to you, I implore you to just remember the old KISS method. And this was something that I heard initially back in elementary school. Back then he said, keep it simple, stupid. But now they say, keep it simple, silly. Whatever. The idea is the same, which is to just simplify your life, simplify your work, and learn how to turn off those ideas in your head when you get them. And not necessarily that you're going to turn them off, but to kind of triage them. Is this something that I want to do? Yes, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it today. I'm going to do it next month. And you create some piles and categorize things so that, you know what's the most important thing to be focused on and focus your energy and your effort on. Tip number 5 is to learn to say no. It's a short word, but it packs a lot of power, and it'll help you a lot when you learn to say no to people who impose upon your time when you are already maxed out. So say no when your boss approaches you with another project when you already have 100 projects sitting on your desk that you have not been able to complete because you keep getting interrupted. You keep getting more assignments. There keeps and continues to be pressing and urgent things that have to be done like right now. Of course, you're going to explain your rationale behind it, but you need to learn to say no to some things. You can't take on everything and be able to do it all well. And then that brings me to setting limitations, which looks like working during your work hours, no goofing off, no taking care of personal things, personal business, no congregating at the water cooler, talking about the office gossip and that kind of thing, so that you can get your work done during your work hours. Off hours, when you should be unwinding and, spending time doing the things that you enjoy so that you can revitalize yourself, recuperate from your long day, and be able to come back the next day and give it 100% because you've created some sort of balance there. And then my final and seventh tip is to utilize technology and other services to your advantage. Now, I mean, right now, it is a great time because we have so much technology to the point where it can be overwhelming. But if you can figure out what technology you need to help you to become more productive, and it can help, you can use technology for work, and we all do that, but you can also use it for home. I know I utilize it heavily to help me to keep things prioritized, to remember to do things or to do things for me so that I don't have to remember. And there's also services and kinds of things that you can utilize to help to free up your time to take things off of your plate. Meal prep services are a great idea for busy people who don't have time to be in the kitchen cooking 5-course meals every day. Cleaning services, having somebody to come and, do things around your home so that when you're at work, you can focus on work. All of those things, I've tried all of them at different points in time. And I'm sure there's more that I'm going to try that I haven't tried yet. But they help to free up your time. They help to make your life work better. That's why they're there. Look around and take advantage of those that might make sense for you and for your life and for your family. So just, a little bit of investment can go a long way in helping you to create more balance so that you're more productive when you're actually at work, and then you can create that balance so you can have more time to spend doing the things that you enjoy doing when you're not at work. And of course, there are many, many, many other ideas on top of the ones that I brought up today, but these are just a few that can get you started. Now, if you're in a job where you're feeling overwhelmed and you are, in over your head, so to speak, and you're really just fed up, you're tired, you're ready for something different, you're ready for something new, you're ready for that next level, then I have an offer for you. I want to offer you, it's absolutely free, my free 3-part e-course series entitled Career on Fire, 3 Steps to Your Next Level. And it is designed, it's 3 sections, as I said. They're about 20 minutes each. It's guided information to walk you through specific things that you can do to help you to figure out what that next level looks like for you. If you are interested, take advantage of this opportunity by going over to my website at www.vashanaweatherspoon.com and put in your information and get your free copy. It's Career on Fire, 3 Steps to Your Next Level. And it'll help you to get your career on track. Well, that's all that I have for you tonight. I hope that you have enjoyed this content. I hope that you have heard some tips that you can put in place to help you to create some balance between your work and your personal life so that you can enjoy them both more. And I'm going to wish you a good night and invite you one last time to like and share this video so that people who need to hear this information, who are drowning in all the things that they need to do and don't know how to, get everything under control, so that they can hear these tips, find some things that can work for them so that they can create more balance and help to preserve their health and their life and create more happiness and fulfillment in them. So have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.